In a world where positivity is often celebrated, we're about to explore a different perspective. Picture this. You're browsing through the self-help aisle of your favorite bookstore. Your eyes scan the titles, and you notice a common theme. The power of positive thinking. Attitude is everything. Think positive, be successful. It seems that every other book is singing the praises of positivity. It's not just in books either. From motivational speakers to life coaches, the mantra of positive thinking leads to success is echoed everywhere. But have you ever stopped to think about why positivity is so heavily emphasized? Why has it become synonymous with success? Well, the answer is simple. We live in a society that celebrates success, and positivity is often seen as the golden ticket to achieving it. People are encouraged to visualize their goals, to believe in their dreams, and to maintain a positive outlook no matter what. The idea is that positive thinking will not only help you overcome obstacles, but will also propel you towards your goals. However, as we delve deeper into the realm of positivity, we begin to uncover a different narrative. A narrative that suggests that this glorification of positivity might not be as beneficial as we've been led to believe. In fact, there's a growing body of research that points to a potential downside of positive thinking. For instance, some studies suggest that excessive positivity might lead to unrealistic expectations, which can result in disappointment and stress when those expectations aren't met. Others argue that relentless positivity can sometimes deter us from confronting our problems head-on, leading to avoidance and denial. Now, this doesn't mean that positivity is inherently bad, but it does imply that, like everything else in life, it should be applied in moderation. Too much of anything, even something as seemingly beneficial as positivity, can potentially have negative consequences. So, could it be possible that the key to success isn't always cloaked in positivity? Before we delve into the darker side, let's give credit where it's due. Positive thinking has its merits. It's not just a feel-good mantra, but a powerful tool that has been scientifically proven to yield tangible benefits. Let's start with resilience. Life is a rollercoaster ride with its thrilling highs and inevitable lows. The ability to bounce back from adversities, to rise from the ashes like a phoenix, is what we call resilience. Positive thinking plays a pivotal role in fostering this resilience. It equips us with the optimism to view setbacks as temporary, not terminal. It encourages us to see challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than insurmountable obstacles. Moving on, let's talk about stress management. We live in a world where stress is as common as morning coffee. But here's the good news. Positive thinking can help us manage stress more effectively. By adopting a positive mindset, we can change our perception of stress. Instead of viewing stress as a destructive force, we learn to see it as a motivator, a signal that we need to make changes. It's like flipping a switch in our minds, transforming stress from a foe into a friend. And what about our overall well-being? Well, numerous studies have shown that positive thinkers tend to enjoy better health and longer lives. They're less likely to get common colds, have a lower risk of cardiovascular disease, and even have greater resistance to various types of pain. Plus, they often report higher levels of happiness and satisfaction in life. But it's not just about physical health. Positive thinking can also enhance our mental well-being. It can boost our self-esteem, improve our mood, and even reduce the risk of developing conditions like depression and anxiety. So, with all these benefits, how could positivity possibly be a bad thing? Well, it turns out positivity isn't always so, positive. Let's delve deeper. Imagine this. You have a big presentation tomorrow. You're not prepared, but you keep telling yourself, "I'll ace it, I'm amazing." This is called ignoring reality, and it's the first downside of too much positivity. Instead of focusing on the work that needs to be done, you're basking in an unrealistic positive glow. When the time comes, you may find yourself in a tough spot, unprepared and stressed. Next, let's talk about creating unrealistic expectations. Picture this. You've always wanted to be a renowned pianist. You're positive, always telling yourself, "I'll be the next Mozart." But you've never played a piano. This kind of positivity might lead you to set unrealistic goals. When these goals aren't met, you may feel disappointed and even start doubting your abilities. Lastly, excessive positivity can foster complacency. Imagine you're a business owner. You're so confident in your product that you think, everyone will love this. I don't need to change anything. This kind of overconfidence can lead to complacency, stifling innovation and growth. When competitors introduce superior products, you may find your business lagging behind. All these scenarios share a common thread: disappointment and decreased motivation. When you ignore reality, you're unprepared for challenges. When you create unrealistic expectations, you set yourself up for disappointment. And when you become complacent, you miss opportunities for growth. Excessive positivity blinds us to the realities of life. It makes us ignore our shortcomings instead of acknowledging and working on them. It makes us believe we're invincible when we're not. It makes us disregard the need for growth and improvement. It's important to remember that positivity isn't about ignoring the negative or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about maintaining a hopeful outlook while acknowledging and addressing the challenges we face. So, while it might seem counterintuitive, too much positivity can sometimes lead us astray. Now, this doesn't mean you should swing to the other extreme and become a pessimist. Quite the contrary, the key here is balance. It's about realistic thinking. Realistic thinking is the middle ground between unbridled optimism and crippling pessimism. It's about perceiving the world as it is, not as we wish it to be or fear it might become. It's about acknowledging both the roses and the thorns in the garden of life. When we embrace realistic thinking, we accept that life is a mixed bag of triumphs and trials. We understand that sunny days are fantastic, but we also need the rain for life to flourish. We appreciate the highs because we've experienced the lows. We savor success because we've tasted failure. Realistic thinking arms us with resilience. It prepares us for the inevitable lows and helps us to appreciate the highs even more. It allows us to encounter setbacks without being crushed by them, and to celebrate victories without becoming complacent. Imagine you're an athlete training for a marathon. A positive thinker might focus only on the glory of crossing the finish line, ignoring the potential for injury or exhaustion. A pessimist, on the other hand, might dwell on the possibility of failure, discouraging themselves before they've even begun. But a realistic thinker, they'd acknowledge both. They'd train hard, visualizing that finish line, but also prepare for the possibility of obstacles. They'd stretch, hydrate, and rest, knowing that success requires not just effort, but also care and caution. And if they stumbled, they'd pick themselves up, learn from the experience, and keep going. Realistic thinking is a powerful tool for sustainable success. It fosters a resilient mindset that can weather life's storms and still find joy in the sunshine. It's the understanding that life is not always a bed of roses, but even roses have thorns, and they're beautiful nonetheless. In the end, it's not about being positive or negative, it's about being realistic. Embrace the balance of realistic thinking, and you'll find it's not just about surviving life's ups and downs, but truly thriving amidst them. So what does this mean for you? As we approach the conclusion of this journey, it's essential to take a moment and reflect. Consider your own thinking patterns. Are you someone who constantly strives to maintain a positive outlook no matter what? Although positivity can be a powerful tool, it's important to remember that it can also be a double-edged sword. If you find yourself dismissing or bypassing negative emotions, you might be overdoing positive thinking. Let's explore some strategies for incorporating more realistic thinking into your life. First, acknowledge your feelings, both positive and negative. It's okay to feel frustrated, disappointed, or fearful. These emotions are part of the human experience, and there's no need to suppress them. Second, practice mindfulness. Stay present and engage with your emotions without judgment. This will allow you to understand your feelings better, rather than simply trying to replace them with positive ones. Third, aim for balance. While it's important to keep an optimistic outlook, it's equally crucial to stay grounded in reality. Strive to see the world as it is, not just as you wish it to be. Fourth, embrace uncertainty. Life is unpredictable, and that's okay. Instead of trying to control everything, learn to navigate through the uncertainty. After all, it's the unexpected twists and turns that make our journey interesting. Lastly, cultivate resilience. Understand that setbacks are a part of life and often serve as stepping stones to success. Rather than seeing them as roadblocks, view them as opportunities for growth. In conclusion, the power of positive thinking is undeniable, but it's essential to use it wisely. Remember, it's about balance and realism, not blind optimism. The world isn't always sunshine and rainbows, and that's perfectly okay. Remember, the key to success isn't about seeing the world through rose-colored glasses, but rather seeing it as it truly is, with all its ups and downs.